Hey everyone, I'm Michael Bruce, CMO at Agent Moves, and welcome to our Good to Great series. We're all about sharing the amazing stories of top realtors and how they got there so we can help make more realtors great. So let's jump in today with our guest, Donna Brewer. Hello, Donna. All right, pretty good today. I like to talk about things that agents do outside of real estate, before they got involved in real estate. Had a little conversation with Donna, and really it's all about our kids. Four grandkids, and she goes between Georgia and Alabama. So I have three grandkids. She beats me. I started very young. She started even younger. I don't know how she had four grandkids already, but love to hear the story, Donna, and tell us about life with the grandkids first. I'm quite jealous. It's amazing. I got two there in Indianapolis. I'm in New York. My one that's here close by is 3 years old, so we have a little bit of time. They have him in soccer already. We have a big soccer family, but nothing that you can go watch yet. But I am definitely jealous that you're that close, and I know it's such enjoyment. Like we say, right? The grandkids are way better than the kids. I love that. All right, so tell us a little bit now about you're only a couple of years into real estate and killing it. So how did you get involved in real estate? How did this happen at this point in your career? All right, all right. Excellent. So tell us about, getting started early. Walk us through the beginning, that first year you decide to be an agent. Excellent, excellent. Yeah. It's really quite interesting. I've done quite a few dozen of these interviews yet, and you do get the most successful agents, I have to say, were committed to open houses, like 15 years of open houses. And this one loved it. And that really built her sphere, built her business. And oh my goodness, what a business she has now and has other people like, running some of her open houses, but still loves it. So I love hearing that. Yeah, great. So you got excellent. Yeah, yeah. So tell us about, so from the open houses, kind of like, now that you're still in it, deeply, year one, like you said, learning, when did it start kicking in for you that as you started, was it more on the listing side or the buyer side? Yeah. Yeah. That's right. So are you finding any like niches, that you're involved with or? Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm sure that having been through it and the empathy that you can bring to a family like that is fabulous. Yeah. Yeah. Really good. Very, very good. So how is it? How had it? Walk us through like year two, year three. How was it growing? What were some of the things you were doing to make, to keep you active and build the business? Excellent. Right. Right. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. So what are some of the things you've been doing outside of open house to, attract customers? Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I've heard that one before. I have a guy in Houston, and like he's known for his ice cream truck at open houses. Has the truck and he has, the tent because it's Houston. It's like you said, like, yeah, right. It's hot, but he is the guy, and the neighborhood comes out. So I'm sure it's a lot of fun as well. Yep. Yep. Excellent. Excellent. So let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced, right? So, you got involved in this later, like you said, all the training year one, you get started. We're looking to share tips here, right? So the whole premise of this is to share, right, some your knowledge, share your wisdom like you do with your listings or with your buyers. So share some tips on, let's talk about first the challenges that you faced and how you overcame them. Yeah. Yeah, I would say consistently following up is one of the biggest challenges agents face, the most successful ones. Yeah. Yeah. And you're dealing with statistics in this. I bring this up all the time to agents. Some of the data in this category is unlike I've marketed across pretty much every single category there is, except hadn't really gotten big in pharma, but you name anything else, I've touched it. And I don't see anything like real estate where talk about follow up, right? 75% of people that you sold the home to do not use the same agent to sell their home because they forgot who you were. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, or staying in touch through, um, really, it's the consistency. I know there are all of these templates and all these programs out there, right? But it's still reliant on the agent, right, to make sure that, and then you get busy. And this, again, the most successful agents I talk to, this is their number one point is just not, I lost this one or I can't believe that one. And they could be doing this 20 years and it's still the same thing, right? They've done a much better job. They've put things in place, but still not perfect. And they would say follow up, consistent follow up is probably one of the biggest challenges. Got it. Got it. Yeah, yeah. So what are you doing to, you're having your best year now, you're getting into 2025. Tell us some of the things that, you're challenging yourself with besides the follow-up to be more consistent. What are some of the things you're doing so exceed what you've done last year? Okay, excellent. Excellent. Love that. Yeah, excellent. I have to tell you, I talk to agents about goals and scaling and things you're doing. I haven't heard that one. So that tells you that's strong, right? Because there's lots of things everyone's saying the same thing, but having a focus like that on this is my commitment, 100 coffees, this year, two a week. I really like that. I think that's a great. Okay, beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. Great. So anything new that you're doing in marketing, anything new in social, the TikTok, do you, it's interesting, right? Because I have spoken to a bunch of agents and they're not on TikTok as much. It is heavy Instagram and Facebook. But tell me about, is it the engagement you're getting from TikTok? Have you found people are then, contacting you directly? So how do your kids feel about all this? Okay. Hey, that's important, for grandkids and for your kids, right? To be tapped into you and not just think it's mom, pain in my butt, you know. That's great. Well, I'm going to follow you too. And, my daughter is a TikTok freak, but like you said, it's mainly watching. I don't know if you know. Beautiful. Beautiful. So give me I like all of this, right? You've set the open house goal. Awesome. The coffee, I love. Outside of consistency, if you were going to then look at something else you're doing, a tip that you can give to, an agent that you've been doing the last couple of years that's really worked for you, what would you give them? Like a tip on something. Excellent, excellent. No, I love that. I think you've given, even though you're in this a short time, you have life experience, right? So you bring something different to how you got started, and then things you're going to focus on. It's just different, right? Because you know what matters, even though you might have your own, I don't know, anxiety about different things, calling people, whatever, you can get over it more easily. Like you said before, I think it was before we got on, tomorrow's another day. Something goes right wrong with a deal today, tomorrow's another day to make it better, to find the next client to work with and so forth, right? So I love that. So I think there's some great tips here, Donna, that you've shared, different, which I really like, than some of my other interviews, and even the market center, the notion of connecting more with other agents, within your area or other areas. Referrals I know are huge. As agents, get into the 10, 15, 20-year mark, they have touched so many agents, and referrals become a tremendous part of their book of business. Some of them a third. I've seen that much coming from out of state and other areas. Yeah. Excellent. And the coaching side as well. I think, as I've heard, some tremendous coaches at KW, and the connection of the coach. I love hearing that. It's not as prevalent in a lot of the other agencies that I speak to. KW seems to do a tremendous job. Just the connection of the successful agents. I don't care how successful, the top one percenters are seeing a coach each week. Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Donna. And I'm going to follow you on TikTok. I hope. Move me to the south. Okay, love it. Move me to the south. Excellent. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Please follow Donna, pick up on some of her tips. Follow us as well on our YouTube channel and subscribe. And Donna, I thank you so much for taking the time today.